Kara, and I'm one of the bird zookeepers here at the Minnesota Zoo. I'm standing in front of our Penguins of the African Coast habitat. We have 28 African penguins, and they are a temperate or warmer weather species of penguin that are part of the banded penguin family. And that just means that they live in a warmer climate than the penguins you guys are probably used to seeing. They live in South America, South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, and the Galapagos. We have 13 boys and 15 girls. We're in the middle of breeding season this year, and we're hoping to hatch probably 2 more penguins this year, so hopefully we'll have some babies. In the wild, African penguins are what's known as cavity nesters. They actually nest in holes that they dig in the ground on the beaches in South Africa, and these represent those same kind of nests. And right now, almost all of the penguins have eggs that they're sitting on. And the boys and girls both incubate the eggs. Moms and dads both incubate. And then you might see this nest here on what we call the peninsula in the habitat. That is actually a prototype of a nest that was created during Invest in the Nest project. That was a Kickstarter campaign to create and install artificial nests on all of the beaches in South Africa. Because historically, they're used to nesting in holes that they've dug in huge mounds of their guano or feces. And that guano or feces was actually taken for fertilizer. So they didn't have any places to nest, and that means that they would have to nest in the hot sun on the sand. So it's going to create more opportunities for them to breed. These guys are actually very good ambassadors for their wild counterparts. We learn a lot from them in captivity that we could implement in the wild as far as research and things like that, and then what they eat, what they don't eat. Here at the zoo, we feed our penguins 2 types of fish. They get herring in the morning, which is a fattier fish, larger, fattier fish. And in the afternoon, they get fish called a capelin that's more protein rich and slightly smaller. These aren't fish that they would eat in the wild because they don't come from the same parts of the world. African penguins in the wild actually eat sardines and anchovies. Unfortunately, sardines and anchovies are heavily overfished, and that's one of the main reasons why these guys are critically endangered in the wild. If you enjoy eating fish, you can download an app that is created from the Monterey Bay Aquarium, and that will tell you what fish is good to eat and what fish to avoid. So if we don't do something to save these guys, scientists estimate that they will be extinct in the wild in 10 years, by 2035. So one of the things you guys can do is eat sustainable seafood, and that just means that the seafood is harvested in such a way that it doesn't damage the environment, and plenty of fish is left for the animals that eat it and for them to repopulate for next year's harvest.